Hi guys, before this video starts, I just want to say I have some bad news. Um, a little under halfway into this drawing, Krita decided that it was gonna stop recording, so we're missing a huge chunk of footage. But it's okay, it's only missing like the hair and background rendering. So we'll figure it out as we go. Okay. Also my mic quality is ass. And enjoy the video. Hey guys, it is me from the future, a couple minutes in the future. Guess who just had to buy CapCut Pro? This guy. I use CapCut for like whenever I edit my YouTube videos specifically, I use CapCut. But for some reason recently CapCut has like really hated me. My mic quality's been ass. So I needed to buy CapCut Pro to reduce the background noise. Um, that's interesting. I need to remember to cancel my subscription after this, so let's hope I don't forget because it's very fucking expensive. Anyway, onto the actual drawing. I'm drawing Hinako from Silent Hill F. I don't know if you guys can tell, but from all of my recent TikTok posts, um, I've been really into Silent Hill. Um, Again, I don't have a script for this video, but what I'm planning on doing is kind of talking about like Silent Hill, specifically Silent Hill F, because we don't really know much about it yet. It won't take me too long to talk about my theories and predictions and stuff, and then I do have like a couple of things that I want to go over at the end of this video. But onto the actual video. Silent Hill F is coming out in September 25th of September. Um, However, I'm getting access to it earlier than everyone else because I splurged a little bit and spent a little extra bit of money to get an early access version. I'm very excited. I bought the deluxe edition, so it comes with the base game and it has like digital art book, digital soundtrack, early access, um, as well as some like in-game items. So that's very cool. I was very in between getting the deluxe edition or getting the steelbook edition because I have started wanting to like collect different Silent Hill merch, like official stuff like game CDs and shit. But I also, if I bought the steelbook edition, then it wouldn't have came with the art book, and that is like the main thing that I wanted, really. Also, if I bought the steelbook, then I would get it like multiple days later than when I would in the deluxe edition. So maybe I'm just stupid. But onto the actual game, because I'm not sure if very many of the people who watch my videos know in depth what the Silent Hill franchise is about. Basically, the whole point of the games is very kind of metaphorical. Everything in the games is there for a reason. So, like, for example, the just like down to the way that the enemies look and the monsters are designed, everything represents something that happens in the main character's backstory. All of the Silent Hill games go over topics like grief, guilt, depression, um, essay, just like a ton of shit like that. And in my opinion, the games portray it incredibly well. I'm not gonna get into the lore of the previous games because that's not really what this video is about. This video is specifically about Silent Hill F, the new addition to the franchise, which I am very excited for. Basically, Silent Hill F is set in a completely different setting than the previous Silent Hill games. In all of the previous Silent Hills, like 1, 2, 3, um, The Room, Homecoming, all of that shit, they're all set in like America. A lot of them are set in a town called Silent Hill, which I'll get into later. But Silent Hill F is set in a different country, very different culture and time period, shit like that. Silent Hill F is set in Japan in 1940, maybe even before that. I don't know the exact date, but it's not modern. If you are new to the franchise or are not in the fandom of Silent Hill at all, um, you may not realize that within the very tight-knit community of Silent Hill fans, a lot of people do not like this. People think that the fact that it's set in Japan and the protagonist is a girl and she's weak and she won't be able to fight monsters, and there's no guns in this game, it's only melee weapons. Um, People are really fucking pissed about that because they don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people are blinded by one, nostalgia, and two, there is a lot of misconceptions revolving around the town of Silent Hill. Um, Silent Hill wasn't ever really supposed to be a physical place. I mean, of course it was, but the kind of like plot of Silent Hill is this makeshift reality of the protagonist and how they're going through some kind of trauma, and it is kind of their brain's way of putting all of these things that they can't stop visualizing into a reality, either as a way to punish them or help them get over their guilt, etc., etc. Um, OG fans typically think that this whole new idea of, which isn't even new, it happened in Silent Hill 3, by the way. This whole idea of it being set in a different country, a different area, a different time period away from Silent Hill, a lot of people think that it's going to ruin the plot. But, you know, a lot of these things did happen in previous games, which those games ended up being a huge success as well as, you know, the most popular Silent Hill game, Silent Hill 2. A lot of people like these games, so I don't really see an issue with the fact that it's set somewhere else, as long as it's still retaining the kind of disturbing vibe of Silent Hill. It still has aspects of like guilt and grief and trauma. That is what Silent Hill is about. But going back to the actual plot of Silent Hill F, like I was saying earlier, you play as a girl called Hinako, um, a couple years before the original Silent Hill games were set. Hinako is a small schoolgirl. She is depicted as very weak. She doesn't know how to fight. Um, but this is one of the first Silent Hill games that we see the main character kind of interacting with a closely knit group of friends. Hinako has a group of friends, but throughout the story, they kind of act a little bit strange. Um, but we don't really know much about that just yet. Um, a couple of people were given early access to the game at Gamescom this year, and a lot of the testers have been commenting how the game begins with Hinako running from her drunk, possibly abusive dad. Um, a good majority of the monsters in Silent Hill F seem to be female, and any male monsters are distorted and pretty ugly. Um, so I'm thinking that Hinako could have been a target of abuse due to the fact that she is a girl. And any monster could be a depiction of how young Japanese girls are viewed. For example, like dolls or living dolls like Lolita and stuff like that. And the male monsters could be Hinako's portrayal of her dad or older Japanese men. Considering that the only glimpses of the game that we have are through trailers and demo testers, people who had early access at Gamescom, that is our only way of really being able to depict what is going on so far. Again, the game is set to release in September 25. Um, so we don't know too much. The only way that we can really figure out what's going on is trying to heavily depict the trailers and what we are being told from these testers. Also, something that is very interesting to me that we found out very openly through the trailer, it wasn't as if we had to depict anything, it was directly said to us in the trailer. Hinako, at one point in the story, she ends up killing her friends. Why she does this? We have no idea. But my personal prediction as to why this could have happened is here I wrote in my notes. Um Similar to Sally Face,
Sal has to kill his friends and family after they are affected by the demon in the apartments. So maybe Hinako is manipulated by the Foxman and forced to kill them, which I think is pretty cool. Because in the trailer, she's talking to a fox guy. I'll talk about him a little bit later. She's talking to a guy with a fox mask, and he basically asks, or says, it must have been difficult to kill your friends, and then Hinako, like, agrees with him, and then he replies with, it had to be done. So, he very obviously agrees with the fact that Hinako should have killed her friends, supporting her slash egging her on. So either he is manipulating her into doing these things, or he knows something that the audience does not know at this moment in time. The Fox guy has suggested that he's the leader of a Kitsune cult. Again, we don't know much about him yet, but he is shown as a kind of like guide to Hinako, leading her. It is not implied that he wants to hurt her, but I do think that he has some kind of role in swaying her to do things that she wouldn't typically do by herself. That is kind of all I wanted to say regarding Silent Hill in this video. I do want to talk about some things that I have been getting up to, or like the future of my YouTube channel or my social media accounts, because I am starting college soon, so obviously there will be a lot more going on in my life that will be changing, and I just kind of want to go over what my plans are for the next couple of months, or years even. Starting with college, I am going to college on September 9, a couple days away now. I am incredibly excited. The course that I chose is a triple art course, which basically I'm going to be doing art 24/7, nothing else. I was incredibly nervous going into wanting to get this course because I needed to pass every single one of my exams, with at least a 5 in art, um, GCSE grades, by the way. Um, and I genuinely did not think I was gonna pass art, which kind of fucking stupid because I know that I'm not bad at art, but I always had some kind of like doubt that maybe my coursework wasn't enough, maybe I didn't do enough, maybe I didn't do what I was supposed to do. But I ended up getting a 9 anyway, which, whoa, fucking like, Jesus Christ, I did not expect to get a 9 at all. Up until a couple weeks ago, I think, yeah, a little over a month ago, I was incredibly nervous about going to this college because I knew absolutely no one there. None of my friends were going to this college. I had no fucking friends. I was under the perception that when I go to this college, I'll be taking the art course and I will have no friends and I'll be such like a cool alpha werewolf doing just drawing in the corner and not talking to anyone because I'm so cool. But yeah, no, I went to like a welcome festival for the college and I got fucking swarmed by like a group of at least 10 people asking to be my friend. So I have friends now. Yay! But moving away from college and talking more about social media, um, I do think I'm gonna end up posting more because obviously taking art full time, I'm gonna be doing like a lot more art stuff. So I want to record like a lot of stuff that I'm doing in college and maybe upload that. I want to make a couple more tutorials because my tutorial video got a very positive response. So that was really nice. Seeing like so many people comment and say that it helped them, because that's kind of the whole reason that I'm posting my art in the first place, because I've always wanted to inspire other people. So that was really nice. But along with posting more, I have been going live recently, and that kind of brings me on to another conversation that I wanted to kind of address. When I go live, I interact with a lot of people. I talk to you guys a lot. Whoever joins the live, I like talking to you guys. I really do like getting to know you all on like a more personal level. But that does not mean that we are friends. I know that sounds rude, but this has happened multiple different occasions where I have been talking to a couple of people specifically, in TikTok live. And I guess maybe that makes them feel as though we are closer than people who I don't talk to that follow me. Do want to reiterate something. I'm not talking about you guys who join the live and we just have casual conversations in live. I'm specifically referring to multiple people who have messaged me outside of live and have tried to have full-on conversations with me as if they know me. Please remember that I am a person. I am in a relationship. I'm not looking to make any more friends, especially online. I'm very happy with who I'm close with right now. I am a person. So please don't treat me as if I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but just remember that I am a person. And just because we talk a little bit on live and we have conversations on TikTok Live, it does not mean that we are close friends, please. But getting that out of the way, I have like no more time to speak, so I'm gonna get the rest of this over with really quick. First off, a huge thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I did not think I would ever get that far. Um, I do want to do like a 1K special video. Second, I'm thinking about doing like making a gaming channel. If any of you would be interested in that, because a lot of you seem to want to watch me play games. Third, a lot of questions about the materials I use. I use a Winsor & Newton sketchbook and .7 mechanical pencils. That is literally it. Okay, that is it. We're done. This is the finished piece. Again, very sorry that it cut out like halfway through. That was like a huge chunk missing, but I'm very happy with the end result. It's just kind of a little bit annoying that that happened. But thank you for watching. I'm gonna see how long it takes me to upload this video because last video I posted took like a whole day. So, gonna get that over with. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day, evening, night. Drink water, spread love, kindness, positivity. Goodbye.